And it's a business. It's how her business has grown. Are you ready for this? No, come on. Come on. Are you ready for this? So she has been with Ice Cream for like 7 years now, and she met her husband, Tony, who actually proposed to her in Vegas at Celebration. And that's where she was all in. She is a beautiful soul. Why? She puts the people ahead of herself. She has her own goals, but she makes sure that her team, whether they're linked to her or not, are the ones that are being successful. She's from Chatsworth, California. Please give it up for Marcy Loren. Everyone here and on live stream today.
This is what it feels like to be on stage. Oh my gosh. So, my story began 7 years ago when I hit rock bottom. There's a photo that's gonna show up right there. That's me, 7 years ago. I hate that photo. But I share it as often as I possibly can. Because it's my journey, it's my story, it's the reason why I'm here on this stage today, and it's the reason why I do what I do every single day. 7 years ago, I hit rock bottom. I was an exhausted corporate workaholic. Riddled with stress, I was miserable and desperate to feel better, which is why I got started. It was the first time I had ever invested in myself. I wanted absolutely nothing to do with this business. I didn't have time. I'm an introvert. And I didn't know anything about the industry. Raise your hand if this sounds familiar to you. Maybe you have been telling yourself the same story. So the funny thing is what happens when we put the products in our body. We get results. And people start to see and notice. And they get curious and ask you what you're doing. So I started sharing here and there in the pockets of my life, not even realizing what I was doing. Imagine getting an email that says, "Congratulations, you've just been paid." It was $25. And I was certain that I was paid by mistake. So certain, in fact, that I called customer service to tell them that they made an error. There must be somebody else with a similar name, because I'm not doing this business. The lady laughed and then proceeded to tell me that I was mistaken and that this was how it worked. And that was the moment that my mind began to shift. That was the moment when I began to actually dream. That $25 got me thinking bigger, had me dreaming for the first time in my life, and I was excited. I was excited because I had something to be excited about. I was excited because I had something to offer. So I continued to share in the pockets of my life. And although my journey began in 2015, I didn't start getting really intentional until 2017. And I started getting intentional because I did not get the raise I felt that I deserved from my corporate job. So I was going to give it to myself. And it's a good thing that I got to work. Because in May of 2020, I lost that corporate job that I gave everything to. and I leaned into this full time. So you see, Isagenix became a life raft for me at a time when I needed it most. And here I am today, 7 years beyond that photo that you just saw, standing here on stage, leaning into what I fear most, talking to all of you.
So guys, this is the first time on stage, right?
It is. It's my first time on stage, so I'm just taking it in now. And so when I leaned into this full time, that meant that I had to really show up. And so I started leading with my vision. I started leading with this opportunity, and that is the moment when my business began to take off. And here I am, building a global team. In fact, I have 2 women here today that have flown halfway around the world from Norway because they I've got an army of people that love me. This is everything.
So Marcy, you've come this far. In the last year, we've seen growth in your business. I mean, real good growth with you and your team. So how have you been doing? What have you been doing in the last couple of years?
Leaning into everything that's uncomfortable. When was the last time you got uncomfortable to grow yourself and to grow your business? Doing that. I'm consistent in everything I do. I show up every single day. I show up to all the team trainings, the calls, everything that Isagenix has to offer. I'm consistent. My light is on. So let me ask you, are you consistent? Or are you consistently inconsistent with this business? Because those that are consistent are the ones that win. I join forces with those that have similar energy. Let me make it very clear. It does not matter who your upline is. Join forces with those people who want to run with you. Join forces with those people who have what you want or you're aspiring to have what they have. You don't have to be financially linked to run with people in this company. Energy is everything. And when you vibrate at a higher level, your frequency will carry so far and reach so many more people. I don't know. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm honored. I'm grateful for this opportunity to grow, and I'm really nervous.
So you're very humble as a parent, right? But Marcy, one thing we always hear is, okay, we're here with our friends and our family, and then a couple of weeks from now, the fire isn't burning as high as it should be. So what would be your takeaway for everyone here next week when you're at home? What should you be doing? One thing they should be doing when they go home.
It's the advice that my husband gives me every single day, which is proceed without caution. If you are waiting to feel confident, then you have completely forgotten how confidence is gained. Confidence is gained by taking action. The more action you take, the more confident you are going to feel. So I know you will all be seeing my face on a stage somewhere around this world. Actually in the UK, next month. Choose courage, choose to take action, proceed without caution.
Proceed without caution, guys. Give it up for Marcy Loretz.